Hi everyone, it's Simon from High Playing Games here with a review for Dead Ahead Zombie Warfare. This is the PS4 version that you're seeing here. I believe it's also available on PC, Xbox One and mobile, which would explain the user interface and the presence of offering microtransactions at every opportunity. This game is a tower defense / fort defense game. You drive a bus through mission to mission, and in each mission you're going to have to clear like a carnage barrier of tut for you to then proceed driving on through the apocalypse. The problem is that every barrier will have a zombie horde around it. And each level works a bit like a time management game, actually, to be fair, crossed with a tower defense game. So, in normal time management games, you're kind of building resources and then you spend it on something to improve something. But in here, you spend your resources, which is water and energy, essentially. There's two currencies that you play with. One currency, the water one, lets you send out some of your own crew from the bus to kill the zombies. Some of those might have melee attacks, some might have a shotgun for example and then shoot from afar, some might have a special ability like when they die they resurrect as a friendly zombie and will continue fighting on your side for the rest of the level. The other resource, the energy one, is more around firing things yourself. So you might have a water barrel that you could smash onto someone's head. It could be a explosive barrel that will then create a fiery explosion, or it could be that you're putting a turret on top of your bus so that your bus's last resort is actually like a widespread firing to get rid of loads and loads of zombies all at once if you've got a giant horde coming towards you. Each level is then judged in 1 to 3 stars at the end, and that is decided entirely by your bus's health. However, what I found was that because resources increase over time, that actually if you purposely take too long, the level's like, nope, massive zombie horde is approaching, and it will be almost like overwhelmingly too big and then you'll die anyway. So you can't be like, I'll just sit here and wait for my resources, because the zombie horde will notice you anyway, and if you take way too long to just clear the level, then a giant zombie horde comes through, and it's almost like the I'm trying to think of other examples of it, but it's when you've taken too long and then just the screen covers with everything and you're like, oh, game over then. Outside of that, once you've then completed the game, and I have to say the gameplay works really, really well because the difficulty curve is really judged nicely. Outside of the game, the levelling up system is a little bit convoluted, but this is where I was laughing at the beginning about mobile and microtransactions, because you can see where the game's roots come from. And it's your bus has a levelling up system. When you level that up through XP, you can then buy sorry, let me start that again. When you level up through XP, you can then buy the bus upgrade with coins. That then allows you access to upgrading each of your 6 units you're allowed to take into battle with you, as well as unlocking new units for you to test out and try. But in order to upgrade your characters, you need to use 3 different types of upgrade material. So one will be health, one will be battling, like armor, and one will be like a personality thing, like a radio. But you need all 3 to then buy the upgrade with your coins that you already had to previously all unlock through XP. And I'm like, why am I having to level up 3 times just to level up once? And it's at that point it'll go dangling in front of you. You could go to the shop and buy it with in-game coins, or you go to the store and buy lots and lots of in-game coins to then buy lots of things with your real life money. And it dangles that carrot in front of you over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where I was thinking, I've paid £6.49 for this game, and stop trying to make me pay for more just by making something really convoluted in the way to upgrade stuff. But what I was finding actually was that upgrading your characters, because you can only really go up a certain amount of levels anyway, The upgrading system is also heavily flawed because you don't upgrade your character big enough from level to level to notice a ton of difference. Yes, they're slightly stronger. Yes, they've got slightly more HP, but the tiniest minuscule of difference is all that you're making. So actually, you don't need to play with the microtransactions at all, but it's set up in a really crafty way to make it feel like you do. And I'm not quite sure where I sit on it, because in terms of the difficulty level, I was fine. I've played almost all of the game. It's just because I've done like several hours of it. And I was like, right, I feel like I know what this game is inside out now, we're good. And I'll continue on till the end because I'm quite happy with it. The difficulty curve is perfectly aligned so that it gives you just enough to do what you need to do, so long as you're resourceful and don't take the mickey. But it will constantly dangle all that microtransactions in front of you, so you don't need it, but it will constantly tell you that you need it. But you don't. And I don't quite know where I sit with this in my head, logistically. The game itself, perfectly fine, perfectly serviceable, and actually quite addictive, I must say. And that gets me like a 1.5 thumbs up. But it's soured by constantly being thrown a microtransaction in my face. So, yeah, make of that what you will. I think it's probably more of a thing around mobile games becoming console games and how you mark out the difference between the two, and whether that's a success or not. Because the game itself is successful, but the transition over from mobile to console is not. But then it makes more sense from the... my brain! Anyway, sorry for that rant. Thanks for watching. Bye! This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.